They say no one can make pepper soup like Mama Ngozi. Spicy. Hot. Unforgettable. But people also say something else. That if you eat it at night, you might start remembering things you never experienced, or worse, secrets you never knew you kept. This story is about Chika, a man who took one bite of Mama Ngozi's pepper soup and uncovered a secret that almost drove him mad. Chika was a 34-year-old Lagos returnee. A tech bro, they'd call him. After 5 years in the UK, he came back to Nigeria to invest in his people, as he put it. But Ikchi village wasn't impressed. They remembered him as that skinny boy who once stole meat from the church pot. He wanted to be accepted. So, he decided to attend the annual Ofala festival, where everyone from the village gathered for music, dance, and pepper soup. Not just any pepper soup, Mama Ngozi's. Nobody really knew Mama Ngozi's age. Some said she was 90. Others swore she had been the pepper soup queen since the Biafra War. Her eyes were always bloodshot. Her lips always dark red, from too much pepper, maybe. Her food. Irresistible. But everyone also whispered. She doesn't buy meat from the market. She says her meat finds her. Still, the line to her store was always the longest. And that night, Chika got the last bowl. He blew gently on the steam. The scent alone felt like home. The spices danced in his nose. He dipped a spoon. One bite. Then, silence. Not the kind of silence around him, the kind that drops inside you. Suddenly, his ears began to ring. He heard a voice. A child crying. Then a woman shouting. No. Not my baby. Don't take my baby. He blinked. The market was still there. People were laughing. Music was playing. But the pepper soup tasted different now. It wasn't just goat meat. It tasted like sorrow. Like regret. As he took another bite, Chika saw a room, dimly lit, with red earth walls. A woman knelt beside a boiling pot, crying into it. 3 men stood over her, whispering. He didn't know these people, but somehow, he felt them. Knew their pain. Then, he saw Mama Ngozi. Younger. Holding a baby. Her eyes cold. And just before the vision faded, the baby was gone. Chika dropped a spoon. The meat in the bowl now looked wrong. Too pale. Too smooth. Not goat. Not anything he'd ever eaten before. Chika stood. His heart pounded. He looked back at Mama Ngozi's store. She was smiling at him, but her eyes were blank. He stumbled back to his cousin Yuzo's compound. Yuzo, he whispered, what happened to that woman who lost her baby during the war? Yuzo's face froze. How did you know about that? I don't know. I just saw something. Yuzo's voice dropped. Bro, nobody talks about that. But people say. Mama Ngozi's first child went missing the same night. And since then, she's been serving pepper soup at every festival. That night, Chika couldn't sleep. He kept hearing the baby cry. So, he did the unthinkable. He returned to Mama Ngozi's store. Alone. But the store was different now. No pots. No customers. Just her, standing in the dark. You came back, she said, not surprised.
What did you feed me?
Chika asked. She stepped closer. Something you've been needing. The truth. He shook.
That wasn't goat meat.
She smiled. No. That was memory. He blinked, and suddenly, the market was gone. He stood in the red earth room. The boiling pot was in front of him. And this time, he was the one holding the baby. They found Chika wandering the forest the next morning, barefoot, mumbling in Igbo about a mother, a baby, and a pot. He doesn't talk anymore. But if you visit Ikchi village, they say you can still hear him whisper at night. Don't eat what's not yours, don't swallow a stranger's secret. Because in Mama Ngozi's pepper soup, memories meet. Did this story spice up your mind? Like this video if enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more chilling Nigerian tales with twists you never forget. Comment, I'll stick to jollof if you made it to the end. And remember, not every meat is meat. New episodes drop every day. Until then, don't eat in the dark.